Yeah, I got a 2008 Honda Civic, and came in towed in today because the key, the light was flashing. Let me show you what it looked like, but it's no longer doing it. So yeah, that was what was going on. It would just constantly flash when you go to start up, and we already know, like, this is just the key programming problem. In some cases, it can be the immobilizer. The immobilizer sits back here. It could have been that. That's what I was expecting to diagnose, being that this job was months, and I think we talked back in April. It's November right now. Something happened with her financial situation, lost a job. Here we are. Car gets towed in today, and I got it running. It pretty much just needed, I don't know how, but the key wound up losing its memory, and I don't know how. Sometimes I've had these keys fail, and just I can just reprogram it and it works fine. Sometimes the chip inside can fail permanently and it won't take a program. So we're just going to program some keys today, and then I got to give somebody some airtime because this $4,182 scan tool that I just bought hasn't shown any signs of shine right now from a diagnostic aspect, and I'm kind of having buyer's remorse because my old scan tool it works perfectly fine. I cannot remember that. It's the MK series scan tool I got, the one that I've used in my past videos. It works fine. I could use it for this right here, but I need to get familiar with this new scan tool, and that's pretty much the only reason why I'm doing this video. Let me get logged in here and I'll give you my little 2 cents on this scan tool. It's not bad. Let me show you. I can show you, but I can tell you. Oh. Let's go back. So one of the things that I'm like having a problem with the scan tool, and the main reason why I bought it was because of the topology. I wanted topology just in case I had to diagnose some communication issues, which is rare. Not all the vehicles have topology access for this scan tool. That's the only thing I don't like. The Acuras I've had, it wasn't available. The Nissans were, and I want to say this about one of the only two vehicles I've linked up with this. So I will try Chevys and Fords in the future, or vehicles as I get them, but not all vehicles have topology. This is the maxisys Ultra. That's what I have. I already updated everything, and even up to this current update, it's not available. Um, it's it. There's so many itemized things that the other tool don't have when it comes to just like fix assist and stuff like that, that I still don't think this is 100% worth the $4,000 in comparison to the 2,000 I purchased with the MK tool that I typically use. To add the functions that I do like, I mean, it has a lot of like help features. If you need to isolate PIDs, you can do that on the fly. If you need to divide the screen, which is cool. Yesterday I was on the internet on Identifix, and while I was monitoring data, and this, being that this tool is like Android based, you have a lot of Android similar features. This tool actually records data, and unlike the previous scan tools Autel has, when you go to record to review any data that you want to assess, you didn't have that capability because it wasn't good at recording. This right here works perfectly fine, and I think I have that. I do have a review feature in here that we can look up. But anyway, I don't want to get too far off. Let me program these keys before I forget, because I'll start just talking about this tool all damn day. And I'm not even 100%. Oops, let's go back here. Yes. Nope. Wait. Current. That's the auto scan list. Bring that back over. Let's go to Immobilizer, because we need to add these keys. There's definitely a backstory with this Immobilizer system where the person came out and tried to program keys and it didn't work. If you go to add keys in some instances and it don't take, general description, this function does not necessarily register. This function does the necessary registration for keys. I can't even read properly. This function does the necessary registration for registering new keys or deleting new keys here. Let's try this. Delete or add multiple keys. This will give you pretty much the prompt of what is necessary. So pretty much it's going to give you all the key information of what you should do when you go to add keys. So at least an original key is required to rewrite all keys. How many keys do you want to register? And I'm going to put in 2. Turn this switch off. Turn the ignition switch on. Establishing vehicle communication. Uh-oh. Turn the switch off within 15 seconds. Turn the switch on with another key within 14 seconds. I got that here. So I have the keys on my lap here. Turn the ignition switch off within 15. Turn the ignition switch on within 14 seconds without changing the key. Turn the ignition switch off. Turn on. Please wait. Is the immobilizer indicator light off? Yes, it is. Turn the ignition switch off. Turn the ignition switch on with an original key. This one is a little funky getting out of there when they cut it. With an original key. Now Hondas, you can switch. I mean, you can trick this system, so you can keep using the same key and it won't notice. So that's the cool thing about Hondas. If you don't have to have 2 keys. The registration of the keys have been complete. I don't know. I don't know why I did that. I need to add another one. I thought it was going to allow me to add another key. I don't know, maybe it meant total keys. Check all keys. Access the remote. See if we want to start the car. Let me put that key. I'm just going to have to register the other key on its own. Yeah. So that works. I do need to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the process again, but just register this one. I didn't know it was gonna do that. I didn't know it was like a total thing. Turn the switch on. Did I do the right? Okay. Let me do this. Let me get the other key registered and go through this process again, and I'll talk about this scan tool. So we're good now. I got all the keys in there and they all work. There's 1, put that there. 2, and 3. Yeah, what I should have done was when I went to register the maximum keys, I should have put 3 versus 2, and that's what happened. So she's fixed. So back about this expensive device here. Oh, let me do that. Let's turn this switch on. Sorry. Let me finish this here. Okay. Should be able to exit out of here. Oh yeah, I think we're good now. Let me back out since I got all these keys registered. But again, the biggest thing I just didn't like was I wanted for topology. The cool thing is though, the VCI is standalone and you have Bluetooth oscilloscope capabilities, so you don't have to hook it up, but you have the option to. It goes in. So this is how it looks in the back. That's where you'll hook it up. And that's the charging port here. You want to hook up the scope and stuff. So some of the other cool features about this, if we go back out, we're gonna exit. You get, I think I need to, no, I think I need to stay logged in with the vehicle, but I'm gonna try it without it. Let's go back home here. You don't have to hook up the oscilloscope to look at the CAN network. It does have a lot of helpful features when you want to look at anything oscilloscope related. If you want to, you got a waveform generator. It provides a lot of helpful hints, wiring diagram, like how to link up everything. Oscilloscope. If you want to look at the CAN bus, you have the option to be able to do that too. Let me back out. Where was it? Bus inspection right there. The thing that I have not figured out yet, and you can view waveform. So now it's actually looking at the waveform through the VCI. So which is the cool thing. So if you have communication problems, you can check those out. So there's my CAN high and CAN low. I'm not focusing. If you also can change the time basis. You have your pause portion here if you want to pause it. Spread this out and enhance it. Just like so. So it already gives you a basic time base to observe the CAN bus. You can change your time base here if you want to. Let's just go to 1 millisecond. So you can change that there if you want to stop it and review it. You have the function down here at the bottom. This thing will focus. You got a trigger here. Let's go ahead and push play. You have a trigger. If you want to change the time base and enhance it, go to some like nanoseconds. It's up here. We got microseconds. That's what I'm on now. But if you want to set a trigger, you can do that. I mean, it's not, you don't expect the CAN to look 100% like perfect. I mean, but you get an idea of what the CAN needs to look like. This is still a great CAN. Pause it here, enhance. CAN is still great. The one thing like I said, I haven't not figured out if you can tag both of them to observe the mirroring image. I have not been able to figure that out yet through this particular feature. And then like I said, this tool is new, so I don't know how to navigate 100% through it. You take the trigger off. And you can change some information here. So that's what's one thing that's cool. Let me see if I can split screen this and then go to maxisys so I can look at like codes while I'm still in there. Let me go to history, Civic. So we're still hooked up there. So I mean, it has its uses, and it's a very fast tool. So I mean, that's a great thing also. So if you're having to um, diagnose using VCI, oh, please exit diagnosis before using this function. Press OK button to go. Ew, I didn't know that. I thought I could probably, use it while using this also. I didn't know that. I think I found that out yesterday, but I didn't know it can not do that. I'm going to try it again anyway and see what happens. Fault scan. Let's just go to this module. Read codes. Okay. Let's go back to the split screen here. Yeah, it's not going to work. Okay. So I have to exit this so I can't trick it. Well, found something else out. Um, Now, one of the primary reasons why I wound up buying this tool was simply because the oscilloscope, the MP408, has been discontinued and superseded with this $2,000 device here. So I needed the oscilloscope, and I need that. So if anything happens, I mean, who knows what kind of warranty comes on that? I mean, I got a 1 year already, but I mean, if something happens and I have to send it off, do they repair it, or do I have to replace it? Before, when my MP408 would fail, I would have to buy. I didn't mind buying another one. I didn't mind dumping $500 to buy a new one. It wasn't that big of a deal. But $2,000, I mean, that's pretty expensive. And this is the only thing that's in place now, unlike before. But for the most part, you still have the same capabilities as the, more multi-function updated tools, Alltel, the more bidirectional tools Alltel is going to have anyway. You just are, it just have small changes. I haven't found anything that this tool can do that the other one can't from a bidirectional aspect. I thought it was going to be something special. I haven't found that yet. So when I do, I'll definitely, note that in a diagnostic video, because I'm still trying to do a compare and contrast. And this tool is currently updated with to current year. Let me go back here. Let me exit out. I think I can go here. So here's how you would find your updates. You'll just go there, and oh, the Wi-Fi got to be on. Sorry, but that's where you would find your updates when you get the tool. Oh yeah, that's what I want to show you. Its ability to record information. Where is that at? It should have been in review, data manager, and review. So, and the good thing is, it's just as similar as all the other tools. So the functions are still there. You're not losing the direction and how the fundamentals of it. That's not lost. So how you navigate through all the golly, how you navigate through all the old tools, you'll navigate through this one also. But this is a 2020 Honda Accord that I was diagnosing with the misfire. It wound up being in the ignition coil. So this is the time I wound up taking a recording of the live data, and it actually captured it. The misfire was on. Oh, I can't. Okay, so I guess I can't interact with it that much. Let me see what here. So I got, okay, so you can graph it and stuff. All right, cool. So this vehicle under load with misfire. Let me see if I can pull that up. There it go. You can, if I can get this thing to focus. And here it goes right here. So this is me hitting the throttle. It misfire under load. That's when the misfire start happening. With the old tool, it wouldn't do it. It wouldn't hold a record. So this does it great. I'm not disappointed at all. It's a good feature. So if you want to data log, you have those capabilities now. Not complaining at all. So that is a capability with the bidirectional portion this has that the other tool didn't. This should misfire again. There it go, right there. There it goes, populating again. So I could have definitely, put the throttle and the speed up here so you can kind of get an idea of when these issues were occurring. But the big thing is this records. I don't want to make this video too long and drawn out, but we'll see what the capabilities of this tool is. The screen is extremely large. I am not disappointed. I'm getting old. Hey, I'm 38. I can see the screen very clear. Unlike the other one, which is still great. And it's just now you got a really huge screen on here. You got really good visibility. I'll keep an eye out and see what what the potential of this tool is, and definitely will use it in the future. But it's nothing to be intimidated about. The only thing that you've been intimidated about is paying $4,000 for this thing, and I'm pretty sure from what I've noticed, the updates are going to differ from tool to tool, because it could have been 5,000 and I had a 2-year update, but I only got a 1 year with this one. I paid 4,000 for it. If you're looking to get a bidirectional tool, with my experience, you'll be perfectly fine with something like an MP4, MP808, something basic like I got. That's my spare scan tool. With the dongle, with the cord, you can probably get one that's Bluetooth. It still has the same capabilities of this for the most part, but without the oscilloscope and without some of the maybe you're missing some bidirectional capabilities, maybe, but don't hold me on that. But you definitely don't have the oscilloscope. You definitely don't have the screen size, and for what you really are paying for is the size of the screen, and the battery power, and probably some of the fix assist. That is another thing I want to bring up, because this, like I said, this video can get long if I start talking so much about stuff. The drawback with this tool is it does not come with a fix assist. Now I pay for Identifix, which is about $2,000 a year. The fix assist on here, if you need some assistance, is going to be $650 for this. So it's not a feature that comes free, and and it's motor data. So if you already paying for Identifix, I don't see what the point of having this is unless you know the difference between having motor data versus Identifix. And Identifix gives me everything I need for the most part. Having it got me this far in life. Another thing, Identifix did not work with my last scan tool because I guess there was some issues where it needed to update, and there was probably some licenses agreement. But now I can go on Identifix and split the screen, do what I need to do perfectly fine with this. So Identifix is compatible with this maxisys Ultra. So the remote expert, as diagnosis of progress, you need to exit and then enter remote expert. So with remote expert, I do wonder, VIN cannot be identified. I don't know what, I never had to use any sort of assistance except for I called one time with Identifix. Wasn't much help, and because I expect people to know a lot more than I do, and trust me, I'm not the brightest, but I'd imagine if you're trying to achieve a particular goal, and these seem pretty basic, network unavailable. So yeah, you gotta be connected to the internet for this. I guess you would pretty much get sent this information will get sent out, and I guess some sort of case data would get generated. Just like maybe like if you go to like online help or something, they're able to look at the data you're seeing, and your problem is going to be proprietary to whatever you are specifically dealing with. You're just going to get somebody that's going to review your information and probably interact with you, which I don't think is very helpful if you have a source of information. But maybe, I guess it's relative if you get the right tech or not, I'd imagine. This may be useful, but it's definitely going to be a roll of the dice depending on who you get on the other end, who's going to assist you with this fix assist. So, and where was that? That's something I just don't. So that's support, setting, demonstration, remote, user feedback, all tail user center. Yeah, if hopefully I'll have a lot more information with this tool as the time progresses, but it's pretty much the same as all the other ones in how you navigate through this. I'm going to hold on to this for a while, and this may be the tool that I just, in the next few years, if I need to update, I'll just rather pay that $1,000 and update it. And in hindsight, though, because of what I know now, I probably should have just paid $1,000 to update the tool that I had before. Okay, but that wasn't based in America. I think it was like an Australia tool or something, the MK series. But if I would have had an American-based tool, it's probably just the best to update the tool that you have versus buying something new, especially if it has the oscilloscope feature. But then again, that I don't know if this VCI/oscilloscope is compatible with the new tool, so I don't know that. So we'll see what happens in the future. And if anything happens, I'll definitely update. But hit that link, subscribe to the channel, stay informed, how to reach on some more work. See you next one.